Why your next level of growth might not be a bigger goal. So, this video is a part of a new series. These videos are assigned by Barbara, who is helping me, and my target is to record them in 5 minutes or less. So let's dive in. So, why your next level of growth might not be a bigger goal. So, first is that you do need to have some goals that you set and you try to achieve, because without having a goal, without having an aim, you are spinning in circles, and you're making no progress towards anything. The second part of this is you very likely do need to set financial goals, especially if you're relatively new in your business, or you haven't yet established a business. You need to have a financial goal in order to have some level of financial security, because if you don't, you are constantly worried and stressed about money, paying bills, paying rent, paying mortgages, paying for this, paying for that. So you need to have some level of security in your personal finances and in your business, so you can actually have a functional, operational business. But the problem is that if you achieve your financial goal, that setting yourself a bigger financial goal very often doesn't work, especially if there is no intrinsic purpose or meaning beyond your next financial goal, other than I want to make more money for freedom and lifestyle, or I want to make more money in my business so I can invest in scaling, so ultimately I can make more money in the business. And this is when your next goal that you set yourself, the next bigger goal that you set yourself, may not align with who you are in here and what you actually want to do. Instead, the next level of your growth after achieving financial security in your personal life and your business might be about becoming more. It might be about becoming a better person, or becoming a better person that you need to be in order to enact your visions. What do I mean by that? So for me personally, when I achieved a level of financial security, I set myself the next financial target, and instantly I found myself looking at what I have not yet achieved rather than focusing on what I had achieved, and my lifelong pursuit of financial security all of a sudden gone to pursue something bigger and better, which had no intrinsic meaning to it. I found meaning and purpose when I became a Christian, by rooting my identity in God, which would be infinite, eternal and perfect, and basing my life and business vision on rooting myself in doing things to glorify God, to do things that please God, and then translating the infinite, eternal, perfect vision of godly vision into day-to-day actions which are based on becoming Christ-like, which would be operating in the pursuit of excellence in my ability, excellence in my character of who I am, excellence in my integrity, operating on a day-to-day basis on extravagant love, by asking myself, how can I be the biggest blessing possible to as many people that I interact with? How can I make what I do today in my business the biggest blessing to as many people as possible, down from the piece of content that we would post on YouTube or social media, for example, all the way up to working with your highest paying clients. How can I operate on humble service, which would be viewing each human as unique and finding out what makes them unique, what's their unique story, how can you help each individual human, how can you be of humble service to them, what can you learn from them, operating on integrity even when it goes against your best interest, and operating on radical generosity when it comes to doing things for the benefit of others, even if it goes against your self-interests. It's the pursuit of becoming Christ-like in your day-to-day decisions, which then would go up into weekly goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals, decade-long goals, lifetime-long goals. That's how you connect your vision rooted in God with your day-to-day actions, and then you build your goals up based on this. And when you pursue becoming Christ-like in what you do for the benefit of others, becoming the person who can do this, becoming the person that has this big impact on as many people as possible, you will often find that you'll have more money, more success, and you'll hit all of your targets as a byproduct of pursuing becoming Christ-like in what you do. So this is one of the ideas that we're exploring inside Kingdom Impact Lab. I have put together a short ebook which shares my testimony of how of my experience of going from an atheist who used to actively mock Christianity to embracing the faith, my own personal transformation through my business of trying to hit bigger financial goals, and how I had no meaning or purpose in what I did, to finding ultimate meaning and purpose in my vision anchored in God and my day-to-day actions based on becoming Christ-like, and the framework that I developed and went through myself in order to help me uncover more meaning and purpose in my life and business, and how I can then use that to help others. That's all. See you next time.